Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining me for another Sim 3 speed video today in Sunset Valley, where I am building a bowling alley. And if you saw my Sims 2 video, you're probably wondering, or no, you actually already know why I am showing my face today, and that is because I actually did this on stream, and I was trying to figure out some OBS settings where I could record or stream and record the footage at the same time without my overlay showing, and it works. However, every time I go to stream, I need to make sure that the recording from the previous stream is taken out of the recording folder. If I don't do that, then it gets overridden. And unfortunately, I forgot to do it one of the times that I was building this particular lot here. So some of the footage got overridden, and I had to basically go and download the stream footage. So I can see on the screen now, I can see my face, and yeah, it just looks all crazy and sped up. So basically I'm having to record my face over it. So yeah, it's covering the what do you call it, the face cam that was in the stream. So yeah, with the bowling alley now, I did make a few changes to the version that I completed on stream, just because I actually got to the point where I was really close to uploading this and having it all finished and finalized. But then I started doing like the preview footage and stuff, and I just wasn't happy with how it was looking inside. It just had a lot of weird lighting, and the I guess the atrium kind of dome that I end up building in this initial build, it just wasn't really working as well as I had liked, particularly with the lighting, because lighting in The Sims 3 can be really finicky. So yeah, and I'm a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to lighting, so it was really bothering me. And what I ended up doing was just going and redoing, not the whole thing, but a lot of the exterior and some of the interior as well, particularly because the interior, because what am I going to say, the color scheme that I use. So I was wanting to go with this like retro vibe, and I tried to do it with the salon as well by choosing some vibrant retro colors, and that didn't really turn out well. I also did the same thing with the bowling alley initially, and yeah, after looking at it again and revisiting it, I just wasn't quite happy with it. So you will see how it basically turns out. But I do change it. It still has a retro vibe to it, but it's not, you know, these weird, I wouldn't say weird vibrant colors. I think they look quite cool, but they just don't come off very well in The Sims 3. Vibrant colors, I don't know, they just look very one-dimensional and flat, and it's hard to make things look good without looking oversaturated. I just struggle with that in this game, with like really vibrant colors. So I just went in and kind of muted things down, and I also added a few. Did I add a few things? No, I think the only thing I can really think of that I added that wasn't in the first build is the mechanical bull. I completely forgot about that object, and I've never played with it before. And so yeah, I thought, you know, it would be a good spot to put this, or to put that object. So yeah, most of the exterior that you can see here in terms of like the landscaping and stuff pretty much stays the same. I do have this big bowling alley kind of sign on the corner of the lot, but I did change that as well, because this was the first lot that I built in this area, and then when I revisited it, I completed all the lots around it, and the sign in particular, it didn't really look, well, I thought it didn't look so good. It didn't really match with the rest of the surrounding like landscaping and architecture and stuff. I've kind of done some placements, so, you know, I've done something with the placement of trees in this particular area of the world, and I wanted a tree to be where that sign was, so the sign had to go. But it does have the typical bowling alley signs on the building, which you would have seen in the initial kind of tracking shot. So yeah, I mean, you can see the exterior of the build here. I mean, this is pretty much what it ends up looking like right up until completion. I may change, I can't actually remember because I haven't really seen it for a long time. But yeah, a lot of it, the exterior anyway, ends up, in terms of the structure of the building, changes quite a bit. But yeah, overall, I'm quite happy with this lot. I think it's a cute little bowling alley. It's not, it's doesn't have, there's not much to see, because it's basically just one big room inside. And so in terms of the preview footage that you're going to see, I think there's only a few shots that I have to show because yeah, it's just one big room. I also wanted some urban kind of features, so having the dumpster and some seating and benches and all that, places for Sims to sit, and so I'm doing all that now, and I use these benches a lot in this particular area of the world because they look kind of retro, and they're going with that, I guess, 50s theme that is in this particular area. And then going with some crates as well. Crates give it a nice realistic feel. And then I found these bollards in the debug menu, or the debug catalog. Used those, and now I'm just matching up the concrete, this concrete tile with the sidewalk, so it looks a bit more cohesive. I love cohesion anyway, can never get enough of it. And yeah, so in terms of an update for how this world is going, and this bar area as well, like these are the initial counters in the bar that I was planning on using, but I don't end up keeping this one. It does change drastically, even the position of the bar changes. In terms of the progress of the world, as of now, I've completed all the community lots that I wanted to complete before I actually started playing in the world. So I have been playtesting the world for a couple of weeks now, and I am pretty close to releasing it as like a I guess like a semi-completed version. In terms of doing like houses and stuff, I probably, because I want to play, I won't be renovating houses until I actually get around to renovating them while I'm playing. And so, yeah, I just wanted to have a complete version with at least all the community lots done. So I've been playtesting it, and it's been going fine. There were a couple of quirks that I had to fix, and even so, I really can't stand flickering. And whenever I look around the world and I see flickering, I have to get rid of it. And the types of flickering I'm talking about are like the drains and the manholes. Whenever I was messing around with some of the roads and stuff, the drains and the manholes kind of got messed up, and they would, I guess the mesh of it would be half underground and half, like it just wouldn't be sitting right on the terrain, and so it would flicker. And there were a few times when I thought I fixed them. And so, what I did, to fix them, basically, I have to go into Create a World, I have to fix the flickering, then upload it, basically export a new version of the world, install that, then go back into the game and start building, because I can't use edit in game, especially with the store content that I'm using, it just doesn't load. So a few times, I thought I had fixed the flickering, and then I would just be moving around the world and I would discover more, and then I'd have to go through that process again of uninstalling the world, going into Create a World, fixing the flickering, exporting the world, installing it again, going back into the world in game and placing the lots, thinking that I'd fixed it all, and then I'd discover more flickering and I'd have to go through that whole process again. And I thought that I'd fixed all of it. I think I'd done it about 4 times, and I got to the point where I was moving or transporting all the Sims from Vanilla Sunset Valley to this world with Porter, and I'd done that, and I'd moved them all in, and I'd given them their their household descriptions and their biographies back, because Porter wiped that basically. And then I discovered more flickering. So it was just a flickering nightmare. It was actually really horrible. Like, I was so mad, and I was to the point where I just wanted to give up on the whole thing, because I was just like, I seriously cannot deal with me discovering any more imperfections. So what I did, it was a few more drains, and I think it was like 2 or 3 more drains. So in the end, I was just like, you know what? No, I'm not even going to deal with it anymore. I'm just going to delete the drains, because I can do that in Edit World in game. I was like, I'm not going to create a new version just for these few drains, because I'd already done, moved all the Sims over and given them their personality, their biographies and all that. So I wasn't going to do all that work again. So I just got rid of some annoying flickering bits, and I'm just basically to the point now where if I see any other slight imperfections, I'm just going to deal with them, because yeah, I just don't want to go through that process of having to edit and create a world and reinstall and uninstall the world again. But in terms of how the world works, it works fine, and I say that slightly hesitantly because after playing the game for about 6 weeks, and this is kind of typical for The Sims 3 anyway, I did start encountering a bit of lag, and like a fully populated world, and so what it means, what I'm going to have to do probably to alleviate some of that is perhaps tone down the amount of community lots that I've built, and it may mean that I have to revisit certain builds in the future. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of undecided as to what I want to do. So I'm playing a personal game at the moment. I've been playing it for about a week now. Previous week I was kind of just testing this world, but now I'm actually in a save that I'm playing long term. And the way I've kind of set it up is I want to have a bit more of an integrated neighborhood, and so I didn't really want any community lots outside of the vanilla ones that were already there, unless my Sims could afford to pay for it through like a taxation system. So I ended up removing all of the lots that I built, and I'm going to place those lots down as I need them and when my town can afford them. But it also has made me think, well, maybe I shouldn't place as many. Maybe I should use some of those spare lots as perhaps like plazas and small parks and stuff, and then perhaps utilizing some of the existing lots that are already in game, kind of like what I did with Mirabello Plaza, how I added the consignment store on that lot, just to, I guess, utilize some space that already existed. I'm thinking of doing that in other areas around town. And then maybe just doing with a few less bars, because I think there's 3 bars at the moment, and then this lot is a hangout, but it has a professional bar in it. So I'm thinking of maybe, there's also, I think there's 3 bars. There's the exclusive lounge and there's the nightclub. So that's like 5 or 6 professional bars that are in this one town. And I think that's like getting on the numbers of, I don't know, maybe Bridgeport or something. So I do want to tone down the amount of bars that I have. I'm thinking of maybe just having 2 bars, or even just 1 bar and the nightclub, and because I do really want a nightclub in Sunset Valley. I think that would be really cool. And the exclusive lounge, because the casino, I think that was really cool, and I've never played with the casino before, so yeah, so just a lot of decisions from me. So I think in the future what you will see is I will start doing some houses, and I may, here and there just do a community lot and redo some spaces. This area here in Sunset Valley I'm completely happy with. The lots are pretty low maintenance, they're pretty reasonably simple compared to the other lots. Like, they're not huge multi-level buildings, they don't have a lot of stuff in them, so I think in terms of performance they're fine. It's just the area that's more downtown, particularly with the nightclub, because that has a lot of decor, like architectural decor that I added to it. So there's like these shelves that I surrounded the entire exterior of the build with, and that adds up like to the number of objects that are being used and having to render, and eats up game performance and all that. So I really do just need to rein in my creativity a little bit. But overall, I'm happy with how things are playing, and generally how things look. But this is going to be like an ongoing project. I don't know if I'm going to have a finish date or when I'm going to have a finish date. I don't even know if I'm going to plan on ever finishing this like completely, where I've done every single lot in the world. Like I don't even know if I'll ever get around to doing that. What I wanted was basically a foundational world that I could go whenever I wanted to restart Sunset Valley, I guess, that I had a world that I liked, that had some space for me to add a few extra lots and yeah, do some stuff with. So now we're at the portion of the build where I'm actually revisiting things. So you can see kind of I'm shrinking the building down, and that was because I changed the paneling. Actually, I think we've been at the rebuild for a little while now. I was just kind of talking too much. But now, yeah, so I shrunk the building down just so that the paneling, the exterior paneling was evenly spaced. And I got rid of the dome, I've got rid of that huge tower that was on it, and I was looking at some photos for inspiration, some like 50s inspired building, or 50s buildings, or 50s inspired architecture is what I was trying to say. And I did see one that kind of had this interesting facade on it that had like almost like striped panel tiles, like you can see what I'm doing here. I think these are little bricks though. I'm not sure if it was bricks. The photo was, I couldn't quite get very close or zoom in on the photo very well. But this is the similar kind of look that it had. And this kind of, you know, what I also was looking at was just commercial buildings in general, bowling alleys. And a lot of buildings, like the commercial buildings, kind of had these, I don't know what you'd even call them, these like rooms on top of the building. Like it just looked like a pointless space. I guess it was so that the interior could have a high ceiling. Maybe there's some mechanical function to it, but I've done it with this build anyway. There's no purpose to that upper level, but other than just to look nice, I guess. But so yeah, and now I am rearranging the interior. I did shrink down the bathrooms a little bit just so that they lined up with the bowling alleys, because I had to shrink the lot a teensy bit. And now I've moved the bar to be behind the booth chairs, the sectional chairs there. And that's because I wanted to fit in the mechanical build, and because I had this big horseshoe shaped bar in this kind of section here, the mechanical bull wouldn't fit, so I had to rearrange the entire interior. It's a good idea when you're building, if you want to be placing something like, you know, if for example you want a room with a pool table in it, well, before you build the pool table, before you build the room, place the pool table down first so you can see exactly how much space that you're working with before you kind of start decorating and stuff. Always plan around big chunky objects like that, because you may find that when you go to, you know, you do all your decorating and then you go to actually put the object in and it doesn't fit. So I have made that mistake before, so now I tend to just place all the stuff I want in the build, all the big stuff down, and then go ahead and do my decorating and recoloring, and I guess any like things like with the platforms and all the cool stages in this game, I'm pretty sure. But do all that stuff before or after. I've just lost my train of thought. But yeah, anyway, I'm going and doing some lights here, and these lights are from the store. They are originally from The Sims 2, and I wish they converted the big one. So in The Sims 2, there's this version of the light, the smaller one, but then there's also a ginormous one that kind of, I guess it acts as a sign, and that would have been nice to have converted as well, but that's fine. We do have a really nice bowling alley sign, so I always quite like when I get to use that, because I think it's a pretty cool sign, and I just love those kind of details in builds, like signs and stuff. I think they just make things look really realistic, and yeah, like they just really make the building look like it has purpose. So I've replaced the wall texture, so I had that kind of green and spotted wall texture. And so I've toned that down and I've just gone with this basic panel. And I've gone and added some, have I added wood tones? Yeah, I've added some extra wood tones. The carpet stays the same because I did like the carpet. And yeah, and then here I'm just adding, basically the paneled wood. I was initially doing, you can see I was kind of doing, every wall had a panel on it, but then I just replaced the every second panel to be just the flat wall texture. But here we are at the preview shots. This build is available for download. It is linked below. I'll say thanks so much for watching. It's been a pleasure to bring this to you, and I will let you go on and enjoy your day. Thanks so much, and see you later.